Coronation Street's George Shuttleworth becomes the first major suspect in the mystery over Theo Silverton's death tonight. The local undertaker faces scrutiny following a damning discovery in the laundry basket at number 11, which hints that he has something to hide. Trouble unfolds as George's partner Christina Boyd finds the jumper that he changed out of on the night of the murder. The item of clothing has visible blood stains, so Christina makes a risky plan to make sure that it's not spotted by the police when they pay an unexpected visit. Sadly, with DS Swain on the case, it's not long before she's caught red-handed. As George is arrested and ordered to explain himself at the police station, he points out that Theo was injured during an earlier altercation in the flat. George and Todd Grimshaw have both been open with the coppers about how they were forced to overpower Theo in self-defense, locking him in the bedroom. Unfortunately for George, DS Swain can spot inconsistencies in his story and doesn't seem fully convinced by what he's saying. Could George have been responsible for Theo's death? Fans can see how the interrogation plays out in full when the episode airs tonight on ITV1, or it's streaming early now on ITVX. Earlier this week, Corrie bosses put George on an official list of 6 suspects for the murder alongside Todd, Christina, Gary Windass, Summer Spellman, and Danielle Silverton. Fans can expect George to fiercely protest his innocence, but this could be a cover for a deadly crime. A Corrie statement recently teased, "Everyone on the street is struggling to comprehend that one of their own is a murderer, but for the suspects, the fight is to keep their secrets hidden." This month, the pressure mounts to a breaking point as the hunt for Theo's killer commences. This week we'll see Todd, George, and Gary face a grilling, and in the coming weeks, Summer, Christina, and Danielle follow in their footsteps. The cobbles of Weatherfield are once again shaken to their core as Coronation Street delivers a jaw-dropping twist in its latest early ITVX episode, confirming the first major arrest in the ongoing Theo Silverton murder investigation. What began as whispers of suspicion has now erupted into a full-scale police drama, leaving residents and viewers gripped by uncertainty and fear. The episode opens in tense silence, the kind that hangs over Weatherfield like a storm cloud. The community is still reeling from Theo Silverton's shocking death, a case already tangled in secrets, betrayal, and long-buried resentments. With multiple suspects circling the investigation, DS Lisa Swain intensifies her questioning, determined to uncover who finally snapped. That determination quickly leads to the cobble's most dramatic moment yet, an arrest. George Shuttleworth finds himself hauled in by police after fresh evidence links him to the night Theo died. A blood-stained item of clothing becomes the key piece that turns suspicion into action, and suddenly George's carefully maintained composure begins to crack. Inside the interview room, George insists he is innocent, claiming the blood came from a previous confrontation with Theo rather than the fatal incident. But his explanation does little to convince investigators, who remain unconvinced as inconsistencies begin to pile up. Every answer he gives seems to raise more questions, tightening the net around him. Outside the station, the shockwaves spread quickly. Christina Boyd, already emotionally entangled in the unfolding drama, is left shaken by George's arrest. Her loyalty is tested as she begins to question everything she thought she knew about the man she trusted. Meanwhile, other residents of Weatherfield quietly wonder if this arrest marks the beginning of the end, or just another layer in a much deeper conspiracy. Yet, even with George in custody, the mystery is far from solved. Todd Grimshaw remains under scrutiny. Gary Windass continues to linger on the suspect list, and Summer Spellman's involvement grows increasingly ambiguous. Each character seems to carry a fragment of truth, but none enough to complete the picture. What makes this development even more explosive is the revelation that George may not be the real culprit at all. The investigation hints at manipulation, misdirection, and possibly even framing, suggesting that someone else in Weatherfield is carefully controlling the narrative from the shadows. As the episode closes, the camera lingers on the uneasy silence of the street, a place where everyone knows everyone, yet no one can truly be trusted. The arrest may feel like progress, but in true Coronation Street fashion, it feels more like the opening of a much darker chapter. With the truth still buried beneath layers of lies, one question remains hauntingly unanswered. If George didn't kill Theo, then who did? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.